Here's an eye-opening figure. The average amount school districts spend per teacher per year is a whopping $18,000. That's an enormous investment that includes coaches, specialists, external consultants, and more. In addition, teachers spend an average of 19 days per school year participating in development activities. If you do the math, that's almost 10% of the school year. Given this large investment of time and money, it's important to ask, has the payoff been worth the investment? With the typical sit and get model of professional learning, the answer is unfortunately no. One-off trainings are not enough to change teachers' practice. Like students, teachers need time, practice, and support to learn and apply new things. Otherwise, they may get lost, confused, or ignore the new information and stick to their old habits, even if they're not good for their students. So how can we make professional learning better for teachers? A good first step is to understand how adults learn. To get a little more insight, let's take a quick look at the principles of adult learning popularized by the late American educator Malcolm Knowles. The principles are based on the idea that adults learn differently from kids and that they need learning experiences that suit their needs, interests, and goals. The principles are self-concept, which means that adults like to learn more on their own and be independent as they grow older. Learner experience, which acknowledges that adults have a lot of background knowledge and experience that they bring to the learning process. Readiness to learn, this highlights that adults are interested in learning things that help them perform relevant tasks that are related to their current or future work or life. Orientation to learning, which means that adults prefer to learn by solving real problems that matter to them rather than by memorizing abstract theories that may not apply to their situation. And motivation to learn. This principle underscores that adults are motivated by their own interests and goals rather than by external factors such as rewards or punishments. However, simply knowing how adults learn is not enough to improve professional learning for teachers. And again, the current model of professional learning is not meeting the needs of teachers. In fact, the in-depth report released by the New Teacher Project titled The Mirage revealed that despite the time and monetary investment that many school systems make, most teachers do not appear to improve substantially from year to year, even though many have not yet mastered critical skills. The report also revealed that most teachers have an inflated perception of their own performance and do not receive accurate or actionable feedback from their evaluators. The report goes on to say that school systems are failing to help teachers understand how to improve or even that they have room to improve at all. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be like this. The Mirage Report presents a clear way to redefine, reevaluate, and reinvent professional learning for teachers. We first have to redefine what it means to help teachers improve. To redefine teacher learning, school leaders need to define development as observable, measurable progress toward an ambitious standard. What this means is that teachers need to set clear and ambitious goals for themselves and their students, and they should monitor and reflect on their progress regularly. Additionally, we must give teachers a clear, deep understanding of their own performance and progress. Next, we need to reevaluate existing professional learning supports and programs. This means evaluating the effectiveness of all professional development activities on teacher performance and student outcomes based on our new definition of development. It also means exploring and testing alternative approaches to teacher development that are more aligned with the principles of adult learning. After this, we must reinvent how we support effective teaching at scale. This means redesigning schools to extend the reach of great teachers, which creates a collaborative and supportive learning community for all teachers. We must also reimagine how we train, develop, and certify teachers for the job. This point is key in ensuring that all teachers have the knowledge, skills, and mindsets to be successful in the classroom and to adapt to the changing needs of their students. These points are not exhaustive, so I encourage you to check out the Mirage Report for some more insight. But let's focus in on that last point. reimagining how we train, develop, and certify teachers for the job. Just how does that look? Keeping in mind that most professional development today is ineffective, research from the Center for Public Education suggests that effective professional development for teachers should abide by the following 5 principles. 1. The duration of professional development must be significant and ongoing to allow time for teachers to learn a new strategy and grapple with the implementation problem. What this means is that teachers need professional development that is not just a one-time event, but a continuous process that involves multiple sessions, follow-ups, and feedback. 2. There must be support for teachers during the implementation stage that addresses the specific challenges of changing classroom practice. This support can come from various sources such as coaches, mentors, peers, or experts who can provide feedback, guidance, and encouragement to our teachers as they try out new practices. 3. Teachers' initial exposure to a concept should not be passive, but rather should engage teachers through varied approaches so they can participate actively in making sense of a new practice. For instance, teachers can be involved in discussions, simulations, case studies, or experiments that allow them to explore the rationale, benefits, and challenges of a new practice. 4. Modeling has been found to be a highly effective way to introduce a new concept and help teachers understand a new practice. Modeling can be done by showing teachers examples of successful implementation of a practice, such as videos, demonstrations, or observations of other teachers or experts. Modeling can also help teachers visualize how they can apply the practice in their own context. And 5. The content presented to teachers shouldn't be generic, but instead should be grounded in the teacher's discipline and content area. This is because generic content may not address the particular challenges or opportunities that teachers face in their subject or grade level. And more importantly, teachers need to see how the content relates to their specific curriculum standards, learning objectives, and student needs. And there you have it, 5 ways to reimagine how teachers learn and develop. If our school systems don't shift to a model of professional learning that follow these principles, we run the risk of missing out on significant opportunities for growth and development for our teachers and ultimately our students. However, by following these principles, we can ensure that professional development is not a waste of time, money, or resources, but rather a valuable investment in our teachers and students. Now, this is a great vision for the future of professional learning for teachers, and I hope you share it with me. I invite you to join me on this journey of redefining, reevaluating, and reinventing how we approach professional learning for teachers. By embracing this innovative approach, we will be taking a key step toward ensuring the success and future growth of our school systems. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our teachers and students.